Presented by the Wisconsin Pink Shawl Initiative, a nonprofit 501c3 operating in the state of Wisconsin.
I'm way too young for breast cancer.
I'm too old. I can't be bothered with a mammogram.
Men can get breast cancer?
I'm afraid of what they might find.
There are all kinds of reasons, all kinds of justifications, and all kinds of fears. It's okay. Let's talk.
Welcome, and thank you for joining me for a Dream the Cure conversation, a discussion about breast health, brought to you by the Wisconsin Pink Shawl Initiative. I'm Keita Smith, an Oneida tribal member, and I will be your presenter today. Breast self-awareness messages can be used to increase awareness and empower our women to take action and make informed choices about their health. The messages we'll be discussing today are: know your risk, get screened, know what is normal for you, and make healthy lifestyle choices. Now let's get started and let's talk. Have you ever asked yourself, am I at risk for getting breast cancer? Maybe, maybe not. The truth is, we're all at risk of breast cancer. In fact, the two most common risk factors for developing breast cancer are being a woman and growing older. Even men can get breast cancer, although it is rare. Everyone is at risk, and as we age, our risks also increase. That is why it is so important that we know about breast cancer and that we know that there are things that we can do that may help reduce our risk. First, you should learn about your family health history by talking to both sides of your family. Learn as much as possible. Native women don't like to discuss this, but it is important for us to know if anyone in our family has had cancer, specifically breast cancer. Other cancers are other health conditions that may increase our risk. Next, make sure that you share this information with your medical provider. They will consider your family's medical history and your own health history to discuss your personal risk of breast cancer. Although we have learned a lot, we still do not understand what causes breast cancer to develop in a certain person at a certain time. It's likely a combination of factors that together cause cells in the breast to become cancerous. There are risk factors that we can change and some that we just can't, such as being female, getting older, or having someone in our family with breast cancer. If you learn that you have a relative that has had breast cancer, you may be considered at higher risk of developing breast cancer yourself. All women should know their family medical history and talk with their medical providers to understand their own personal risk of breast cancer and work with the health professionals to develop a breast cancer screening plan that is right just for them. Just a reminder, most people who get breast cancer do not have a family history of breast cancer or any other risk factors aside from being a woman and getting older. Now let's talk about the second self-awareness message. Get screened. There are two different types of breast cancer screenings used for women at average risk: clinical breast exams and mammograms. First, let's discuss the clinical breast exam. This is a physical exam often performed during a well woman exam. The doctor or the nurse will look at, feel your breast and the underarm area while you're sitting or lying down. He or she will place their hands on your breast or underarm areas to know any abnormalities or areas of concern. Starting at age 20, women should have a clinical breast exam at least every 3 years by a healthcare provider and every year starting at the age of 40. If your medical provider does not perform this exam, don't hesitate to ask that they do. So now let's discuss mammograms. A mammogram is an x-ray of the breast, and it is the best screening tool for finding breast cancer used today. During your mammogram, you'll be asked to undress from the waist up. The technologist will place your breast between two plates. If you're experiencing pain, definitely let the technologist know. You will feel some pressure for a short time while the x-ray image or picture of your breast is being recorded. Mammograms can find cancer at an early stage, when they are too small to be felt, and when the chances of survival are at the highest. If you are aware that you have dense breast, ask your medical provider if the mammogram is the best option for you. New tests are now available that may also be used. Have a mammogram every year starting at the age of 40 if you're at average risk. If you are at an increased risk because of your family history, Have a discussion with your doctor about creating a screening plan that works best for you. So, why get screened? Breast cancer screening tests are designed to be done on people who don't have any signs that they may have a breast problem. They provide a real opportunity to find a problem long before it can be detected by looking or feeling of your breast. There are a lot of reasons or barriers that may prevent a woman from getting a mammogram. You're too busy. You can't take the time off of work. Maybe you don't have health insurance, or you're just afraid of what the results might be. None of those reasons are as important as your life. Finding breast cancer early means that there are more options of treatment, and that means a better chance of survival. So why take a chance? So let's review. Women should have a clinical breast exam at least every 3 years, starting at the age of 20, and every year starting at age 40. Women 40 and over should have a mammogram and a clinical breast exam every year if at average risk. Know what is normal for you. The third breast self-awareness message is what is normal for you. It's important that every woman and man know what is normal for them. If you know how your breasts look and feel normally, you'll be more aware of any changes that might happen. The signs of breast cancer are not the same for everyone. If you notice any changes at all, report them to your medical provider. Now let's discuss the signs and symptoms of breast cancer or any other changes in the breast. The things we want to be aware of are a lump, a hard knot or thickening inside of the breast or underarm area. It is important to remember that most lumps are not cancerous. We also want to look for swelling, warmth, redness, or darkening of the breast. How about size and shape? Many women have one breast that is slightly larger than the other, and that is normal for them. We are talking about any noticeable changes in the size or shape of the breasts that should be reported. You want to look for any dimpling or puckering of the skin, just like a dimple in your cheek or any other pulling in of the nipple or any part of the breast. Definitely report these changes to your provider. Other changes like itchy, scaly sores or rashes on your nipple or any part of the breast should also be reported. Another sign to watch for is nipple discharge. Unless you are a breastfeeding mother, any discharge is not normal and should be reported to your provider. Lastly, tell your provider if you're experiencing any pain that just doesn't go away. Changes in the breast can mean different things. It could be an infection in the breast, a benign cyst, an ingrown hair, or breast cancer. You should know what is normal for you and report any changes to your medical provider. So, making healthy lifestyle choices. The last breast self-awareness message is make healthy lifestyle choices. These are things that you can do every day that may help reduce your risk of breast cancer. The first thing is maintain a healthy weight. Being overweight increases your risk for chronic diseases and for postmenopausal breast cancer. Consult your provider on what's a healthy weight for you. When we talk about weight, there are two things we should focus on: what we eat and how active we are. In regards to diet and nutrition, aim for a diet that includes whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Definitely limit foods that are high in fat, like red meat, and processed foods like hot dogs, deli meat, and chicken nuggets. These foods are loaded with fat, salt, and sugars. Instead, focus on filling your plate with the healthy foods such as fruits and vegetables that resemble the rainbow. Next, add exercise into your routine. Being physically active may reduce the risk of breast cancer, and it also helps with weight loss and stress management. When we exercise, we burn calories. Whatever activity you do, make sure you enjoy it. If you don't like doing it, you're not going to do it. So find something you enjoy and get moving. Limit your alcohol intake. A number of studies have shown that drinking alcohol increases the risk of breast cancer, along with other cancers. Women should limit their alcohol intake to less than 1 drink a day. Limit menopausal hormone use. We know that breast cancer can be linked to hormones. So when we take additional hormones to help with menopausal symptoms, it may increase the risk of breast cancer. If you're considering taking menopausal hormones, discuss the risk and benefits with your provider. Finally, women of childbearing age, we encourage you to breastfeed if you can. Studies show that breastfeeding protects against breast cancer and may reduce a woman's lifetime risk of breast cancer. So, healthy lifestyle choices are positive things you can do that may reduce your risk of breast cancer. It's never too late to start making healthy lifestyle changes, positive ways that may reduce your risk. Healthy lifestyle choices give you the power to get healthy and stay healthy. So get going and start today. Thank you for joining us for today's conversation. Hopefully you leave here feeling empowered and you have more hope and less fear in regards to breast cancer. Now that you've joined our Dream the Cure conversation, your next step is to take action and get screened.